Excuse me.
Oh, he'd be absolutely enraged.
Sullivan picture.
Enraged. Sullivan had 1 foot in the quarterfinals, and then that.
Mind your gestures, okay?
What's that?
Mind your gestures. I saw that,
okay,
so I had to warn you. The next one, it was the frame.
Starting with number 10, Mark King was found involved in a match-fixing scandal against Joe Perry. Mark King intentionally missed shots and displays deliberate misconduct to manipulate the match outcome.
Well, that didn't augur well. Home Nations events. And he's all over the place, isn't he? Well, they did pot. He's...
The scandal led to a thorough investigation, resulting in Mark King being banned from snooker for 5 years and ordered to pay over £68,000 in costs. His ban ends on March the 17th, 2028. Dropping down to number 9, Michael Judge's blue ball went into the pocket but surprisingly bounced back out. A loose piece of wood likely blocked it from going in.
What happened there?
I mean,
that blue jumped straight out. He didn't hit it that hard. Let's have a look at this. Now, there's something there that it caught. You see? Yeah, it's just sticking out that little bit of leather there.
This unusual accident stopped Judge from scoring. He put it back in its spot, and Neil Robertson was able to keep going with his break against Wu Yeezy. Robertson was leading 6-3 at the time, and thankfully, the little slip-up didn't disrupt the flow of the game. At number 8, we're looking at the 2003 World Snooker Championship. Referee Rob Spencer had a bit of a mishap when he dropped the blue ball after picking it out of the pocket. Luckily, he was quick on his feet and managed to stop the ball from hitting another one.
Yes, when he made the early running, Robertson, he did have... Ooh. Hello, steady Rob. No harm done. The pressure gets to everyone at the Crucible. All is well.
At number 7, we can see a loudmouthed fan got a little too enthusiastic during the Selby Bressel match, and security had to step in to remove them. The fan was harassing Mark Selby, and the referee had to intervene to stop the abuse. Play resumed without any further disruptions, and the players could focus on the game.
Can you please get me out?
Yeah, unfortunately that gentleman's going to have to leave, isn't he? And the security moving in. I think it's quite a popular decision with the crowd.
Sliding into number 6, we have a pigeon in the limelight. This is not very common at the Crucible. A pigeon flew onto the snooker table during Mark Selby's match against Yan Bingtao, leaving both players stunned. The bird landed next to Yan's chair and then decided to take a stroll on the table itself. The crowd was just as shocked as the players. The match was already intense, with Yan leading 3-2 after 5 frames. But this unexpected interruption added some humour to the tense match.
Well, I don't believe it. We've got a pigeon in the Crucible. What are you doing here? Please.
At number 5, we are witnessing Ronnie O'Sullivan's infamous temper flare-up again at the World Snooker Championship quarter-finals. The world champion throws his cue after missing a straightforward pot in the match against Stuart Bingham at the Crucible. In a rare display of anger, O'Sullivan took out his frustration on the table, leaving the crowd and commentators stunned.
Oh, he'd be absolutely enraged.
Sullivan picture.
Enraged. Sullivan had 1 foot in the quarterfinals, and then that. The mid-range arrest.
Despite the outburst, O'Sullivan had been cruising through the tournament, effortlessly gliding through the first 2 rounds as he set his sights on a record-breaking 8th title. Number 4 brings us a moment of surprise when Judd Trump's match against John Higgins at the Wuhan Open came to a surprising pause. Trump, leading 3-1 at the time, returned to the table after a mid-session break, only to realize he was holding the wrong cue. The unexpected interruption brought a moment of entertainment to the match, before Trump quickly swapped cues and resumed play.
Quite sure what's going on here. It sounds as though Trump has inadvertently picked up the wrong cue during the mid-session. Anyway, I think we're now ready to go. Higgins seeing the funny side.
Number 3 brings us the highly anticipated grudge match between Rhian Evans and Mark Allen at the British Open. In fact, the tension was noticeable even before the match began.
What you're doing is playing snooker here this evening. Mark Allen.
Thank you. First frame. Rhian Evans to break.
As the two players faced off at the Morningside Arena in Leicester, Evans made it clear she wasn't interested in any pre-game pleasantries, rejecting Allen's offer of a fist bump. The two have a complicated history, having been in a 3-year relationship that ended 13 years ago. Coming in at number 2, a drunk fan was being super disruptive during Ronnie O'Sullivan's match against Gary Wilson, interrupting the players. The referee finally had to step in and escort the guy out. Fortunately, O'Sullivan and Wilson got back their focus on the game without any further delay.
Excuse me. Stand a second, mate. Come down. Get this guy out. He's to go. Martin. Out. This one. Yeah.
And the most shocking moment of all at number 1. Kurt Maflin made a rude gesture at the table during his 2020 World Championship match against David Gilbert. In the 16th frame, Maflin attempted a 1-4-7, but missed after potting the 14th red. He was out of position on the penultimate red, so he stuck his middle finger at the cue ball. Referee Tatiana Wollaston warned Maflin before the next frame that he would lose the frame if he repeated the gesture.
Oh,
105. Mind your gestures, okay? Mind your gestures. So that's I have to win you. And next one, it was the frame.
And that's a wrap for this video. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. For more snooker videos, click on the screen right now.